Good morning, guys, and welcome back to the vlog. I'm so excited for this vlog because this is probably going to be my last reset vlog of the year. Today, we're going to be diving into my December reset routine and getting our life together for 2025. To get things started, I'm going to be cleaning the house. Being a working mom, this house is, I feel like I'm always cleaning, is like never ending. So, of course, today's going to be another one of those days since the girls are not home where I try to tidy the house. I really need to vacuum the floors, mop, and clean the kitchen and living room area because the living room is a mess right now. Yesterday, when we were leaving to go have a breakfast slash lunch with my grandmother, I did the girls' hair and I honestly didn't have time to clean up after. So we really need to focus on cleaning the living room today. I also want to sit down and review everything that I accomplished for 2024. I feel like this was a really good year for me. I also accomplished a lot of goals that I set for myself in terms of my career. And I'm just really happy with the things that I was able to accomplish this year. But I also want to sit down and think about the goals that I want to achieve for 2025. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with the cleaning. It's going to take me some time to do this, so I really want to clean the house, get it tidy, and then we'll come back and reflect on some of the goals that I set for this year and think about the goals that we're going to achieve for 2025. Good afternoon, guys. So it's actually a couple days later because mom life. But I wanted to go ahead and sit down and kind of reflect back on 2024 and review some of the goals that I actually set for this year. And then I want to hop into some of the goals that I'm going to be setting for the month of December as well as 2025. I am so excited for some of the goals that I have set for myself. And I know for a fact that 2025 is going to be a great year. But I wanted to go ahead and kind of reflect back on 2024 overall. So I split my goals into three different categories, which are personal, career, and family. Starting with personal, one of my main goals for this year was to read more. I think I set a goal for about 25 books to read, and unfortunately I did not reach that 25 book goal, but that's okay. I think I read a total of 15 books this year. So still close enough, but not quite to where I want to be, which is fine. I am definitely going to make sure that for 2025, I try to prioritize reading more, which means that I'm going to be deleting social media off of my phone on the weekends so that I can focus on reading like I want to. One of the goals that I also set under the personal category was to travel more. Over these past couple years, we haven't traveled as much as I'm used to traveling because we had a baby and then I started a new job. So this year we actually took 2 vacations, which both of them were amazing. My husband and I did a couples only trip with just the both of us. We did a cruise and I absolutely enjoyed it. I actually vlogged my entire experience on this cruise. This is our first time cruising with Royal Caribbean. I'll leave that video up in the cards for you guys to check it out, but I had so much fun on that trip. I love the fact that we had the opportunity to kind of like relax when we wanted to, or we could actually go out and do different excursions. So we did a bit of both on this trip. It was a 7-day Caribbean cruise. It was a much needed break that we needed with just the two of us. And then when we came back from that trip, we went to England. If you guys know me, you know that I've always wanted to go to London, and just like do a Europe trip in general. And we actually got the opportunity to do that this year as well. We got to take two decent trips. So I'm really happy that my husband and I worked our butts off this year to be able to make those two trips happen. And I'm excited for more travel next year as well. Moving into the career category, you guys. Career wise, I would say this is probably the best year that I've had for my career. I am a project manager working in corporate. So one of my major goals for this year was to get PMP certified, and I did that. I actually got certified in January. I also have a video of that and my experience with getting PMP certified. I'll leave that in the links for you guys. But you guys, like studying for that exam, it took a lot of time and dedication. And in the video that I kind of did like a recap of my studies and how I was able to pass, I did leave a bunch of resources for you all if you're also interested in project management that you can check out. But I would say that was one of the best things that I've done for my career so far this year. And I will say that this is the year that I've made the most money that I've ever made working in corporate. And it's been amazing. This is my first year working at the organization that I work with now, and it has been nothing short of amazing. I've met some really talented and intelligent individuals. I've been paired by some of the best PMs in the game, especially those who are with this organization. So overall, this has been a really great year, and I'm not even just focusing on just the monetary aspect of things. I have learned a lot this year. Not to mention, I also had the awesome opportunity to be mentored by some of the senior PMs on our team that have been with the organization for 10, 15 plus years. So being able to learn these new skills from these senior PMs has been a great opportunity, so much so that I've actually taken on 2 new types of projects that I have never done previously. And it has been a great lesson for me, and I'm excited to go into 2025 to kind of like continue to grow on what I've learned this year, especially like learning new skills. So I'm really excited. Also in the career category, we also have this YouTube channel and my community. I am so happy with the amount of growth that I've had this year. So I want to thank you all so much for watching my videos, for commenting. And I'm just so happy that our little community over here is growing. And if you guys haven't already, make sure you hit subscribe right now down below. And moving on to the third category, which is family. And it's something that I almost missed actually. So in terms of family, one of the main goals that we had this year was to take more family trips and do more fun activities with the girls on the weekends instead of just, doing the usual with them, taking them to the park and finding arts and crafts activities. And I can say that this year we have been quite a few places actually. We've been to SeaWorld a few times because we do have SeaWorld annual passes. We also took them to Kennedy Space Center, and in a few weeks we're actually going to Disney World. So we took them quite a few places this year. Next year we're actually taking our first family vacation, and we're going on a cruise next year. So they'll even have that under their belts, and we're hoping to also do another trip across the pond over to London and Birmingham again with the kids, but we'll see if we're able to make that happen as well. But I will say overall, we were able to get out of the house and do something different with the kids pretty much at least once or twice a month, and we're planning to keep that momentum going in 2025. So those are basically high level some of the goals that I set for 2024. Despite me not being able to check off every single goal that I've set for this year, I will say that 2024 was still a very good year for me, and I'm happy with the outcome, and I'm so excited to step into 2025 with this mindset that everything that I have set for myself, I'm going to achieve. I just know that it's going to happen. I know that God is going to bless me with the best year of my life, and I'm ready to put in the work. That being said, I'm going to go ahead and transition to my goals that I'm going to set for 2025. You guys know, if you watch me for any period of time, that I love having goals that are realistic goals that are actually measurable. All the goals again are categorized into my three main groups, which again are personal, career, and family. So one of the main things that I really want to focus on for 2025 personal wise is losing weight. I started 2024 off on a great note with walking pretty much daily. And then at some point throughout the year, I just went through this phase where I just felt like unmotivated and I didn't want to get anything done. And I fell off on all the goals that I was actually making progress towards, such as walking every day, reading, all those things, and even being consistent here on my YouTube channel. I fell off of everything and I just felt like I was in this rut that I just couldn't get out of. And I kind of feel that I still fall into that mindset or thought process here and there. And I'm trying my hardest to kind of recognize early on when I'm in that type of mood so that lets me know I need to take a break. Maybe I was just burnt out. I don't really know. But all I know is that I felt like I was setting goals and I wasn't able to achieve them because I just didn't feel like doing it. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and hop into my Notion for 2025 so we can see an overview of some of the goals that I've set for myself. I originally started off 2024 with a similar Notion, but I didn't honestly keep up with it. But this year I'm making it a habit to kind of keep this updated for all the goals that I have set for myself. I found this template from another YouTuber. Her name is Jenna Hung. I'll leave her information down below, but this is the template that she used. I kind of made a few adjustments, of course, for how I need to use it, but let's go ahead and jump into these goals. So my 2025 intentions on what I want to accomplish for this year is to go all in on content creation, post twice weekly over here on YouTube as well as my blog, and earn quite amount of money in terms of content creation. Remember, that is here. You guys can't see it because I have it blocked out for privacy reasons. Who I want to be, of course, I want to be healthier, disciplined, and more patient. I do have the tendency to get frustrated when things are not going my way, or when things are not moving fast enough for me. So I really want to work on being more patient this year. Habits that I want to keep up, of course, are reading, walking daily, and sleeping at least 7 hours per night. Because you guys know, being a mom, I honestly do not sleep 7 hours a day, which is something that I really do need to work on. Something new for 2025 is this year I really want to learn photography. I mean, like beyond the basics. So I'm actually going to be taking a course over on Creative Live to learn photography inside out so that one, I can take better photos for my blog as well as photos of my girls and our family. Okay, so starting with the personal category, this year I want to read at least 50 books. I know that seems like a very high number, but I do feel that if I read at least one book per week, that I can reach this goal with no problem. Again, as I mentioned, I want to take a photography course on creativelive.com and practice photography daily. I want to refresh my morning routine. A few things have changed since I first created my morning routine back when Journey was a newborn. So I do want to refresh that and make a video for you guys on an updated morning routine. I would like to travel to 3 new cities and places. And I do have a few places that are already planned for next year. I would like to save $5,000 to my savings fund. And I really want to purchase my new bag that I have been eyeing for months now, which is the Louis Vuitton Carry All MM. But of course, I need to save up before I can actually purchase it. And I would also like to pay off my credit cards. And I really want to get my eyebrows microbladed. Okay, moving into health and wellness. I want to get back down to a size 4. This is the size that I was before I had kids. I don't know how realistic that is, to be honest, but it's something that I'm really working towards getting back to, if I'm being honest. In order for me to maintain living a healthier lifestyle, of course, I do need to start meal planning more, and Justin and I both have agreed that we're going to do that together. We'll meal plan for ourselves, and I'll cook dinner for the girls pretty much daily, or I'll make sure I cook a big enough meal for them so they can have leftovers for the next day. I want to walk at least 1 mile daily, and I would like to also train and run a 5K. This is like a huge goal for me to set because I am not a runner whatsoever, but I really want to push myself to do a 5K at some point this year. I would like to work out 3 times per week consistently and start therapy. Career-wise, I would like to post 2 times weekly, again, on my blog and my YouTube, and only take off 1 video per month if it's really needed for mental health. I like to start tracking my business income using a budget and actually stick to it. Although my business expenses are very low right now, but I still want to keep track of the income that I'm making in my business. I would like to get my blog accepted into Journey by Mediavine, which is a huge goal as well for 2025. And I would like to earn a minimum of $2,000 per month from a UGC and sponsorships. I would like to treat myself to a brand photo shoot and get my YouTube channel rebranded by Type Haley. I've been following her work for quite some time. I know she's done rebrands for some bigger YouTubers like Aspen. There's a few others that I followed over the years, and I know that she's done their branding. She does an excellent job. So I really want her to rebrand my YouTube channel for me at some point in 2025. And then, of course, for my business, I would also like to start a $10,000 savings fund for the business as well. So that being said, this is basically the end of my December 2024 monthly reset. And I've also kind of glanced over some of the goals that I'm going to be reaching for 2025. Let me know down in the comments below what are some of the goals that you're hoping to achieve in 2025. And moving forward, I'm actually going to be doing these monthly resets on a monthly basis. So if you guys would like to keep track of some of the goals that I'm achieving and how I reset on a monthly basis, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and hit subscribe down below if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in my next video.